It is cold. It is December and it is Christmas time. It is the Christmas season. I'm gonna start off this video with a very straightforward question to you. What is your favorite Christmas holiday movie of all time? I'm not talking about the ones that the critics claim to be the greatest film of all time. What is your personal favorite? But speaking of Christmas movies, it really is hard to argue at this point that the 1946 Frank Capra film starring Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. That's a crazy pairing right there. It's a Wonderful Life, one of the most classic films of all time, let alone classic gems of holiday cinema. It just encapsulates so much. And with a director such as Frank Capra, one of my own personal favorite directors of all time, how could you possibly go wrong? For those out there who watch It's a Wonderful Life religiously every holiday season, have you watched it yet? Is it too soon? Have you watched it but plan on watching it again? I have several Yankee Candle pairings that you may want to consider while watching and viewing It's a Wonderful Life. So let me start off with, now this candle can surely be used for several different films. Easiest one to recommend would be the Bing Crosby, Rosemary Clooney, White Christmas. And before you ask about the mason jar, earthquake in California. Yep, knocked out a lot of my candles. I'll tell you that story some other time. It does have the very strong, in-your-face, pine aromatics, and the throw, the intensity is really high as well, just like balsam and cedar. But what's different about White Christmas, this is not an alpine, outdoorsy, camping in the summertime sort of pine. If you've ever smelled cypress, if you haven't smelled it, go out there and smell it. This has a very sharp, very pungent's not a bad thing, guys. Very sharp, very pungent smell to it. And being that the intensity is really high and the throw is really high, I do recommend this for a much larger living space. This one you're gonna want to let breathe. White Christmas. I probably will be talking about this candle again in future videos because it is a very interesting concept. Pine, a nice cedar component, you know, you can almost say like dill, but it's really that cypress. Now I have two others that I want to show you, but we need to go to a different location. So this is where I'm gonna jump cut, and I'm gonna meet you at another location, and then we'll be right back. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. A Yankee Candle offers at least a couple angel-themed candles. The one that would probably be more appropriate visually, and by its name, is called Angel's Wings. And it seems like nobody has that in stock right now. I called up like 6 Yankee Candles, no luck. Even called a couple outlets. But everyone seems to have a sparkling angel. And I know these two candles pretty well, even though Angel's Wings and the picture of the feathered wing is probably visually a little bit more appropriate for It's a Wonderful Life. This one, aromatically, I think is a bit more appropriate. Nice sugar component here, like sugared hard candy, almost like a peppermint swirl without an incredible amount of peppermint, with really nice soft pine, nice soft cedar in the background as well. So that mixed with the visual. Now this does come in a couple different labels, this being Michelangelo's cherub. Nice big image, which I like. Bright white wax. So if you must have an angel-themed candle for watching It's a Wonderful Life, go to your local Yankee Candle and ask for Sparkling Angel. This is certainly going to give you the visual complement to the film, and also the aromatic complement, very Christmassy, very traditional Christmas smell. 3 others really quick that I do want to recommend, and I don't want to get into these in depth because these are very complex candles. This one being the most complex right here in front of me. These demand a much larger discussion, much more time than we actually have today because we have plans tonight. Did you know that? Yeah, we have plans, and we gotta make sure that we're punctual. But one of the Yankee Candle scents that has always completely fascinated me, Season of Peace. This is a classic example of Yankee Candle photography at its best, if you ask me. Tell me that image does not make you curious. It doesn't already get your imagination going. This is a good example of a candle representing the sum of its parts rather than, ooh, I smell this, ooh, I smell this, ooh, I smell this. This recipe together creates a whole experience that is truly unique. Some of the things that you probably will be able to detect when smelling it is the classic bergamot. We also have a little bit of patchouli coming through, believe it or not. Don't let that throw you off though. This is not witch's brew. I always say creamy. I love that adjective for cedar. I get that creamy cedar smell. I know creamy is a weird word to use when talking about cedar, but it has a kind of this ivory soap, soft, velvety linen, lace curtain softness to this aroma. And notice that a lot of things that I just said are white wax. With this picture, with this white, Season of Peace, doesn't it even look like some of the opening moments of It's a Wonderful Life? It does to me. That certainly looks like Bedford Falls, shrouded in super fresh, powdery snow. Season of Peace, definitely a great choice. Note, this is not for everyone. A lot of people smelling this for the first time might be very confused, and that's okay. Let that confusion fuel your passion. What am I smelling? What is this? Let that fuel your passion for fragrance and aroma in general. 2 years ago, Yankee Candle released a collection called Winter Wonderland. I remember this shortly after Christmas going on eBay for, I think I said up to $150 because everyone wanted this candle. And then they just re-released it, and those people who spent all that cash must have felt like, I don't know, not good. Dream by the Fire. If you like that fire, we've been talking a lot about fireplaces recently. You notice that? If you like that fireplace by the fire, a lounge, sitting in an old inn or house, bed and breakfast, sitting by the fire reading a book, someone maybe was smoking a pipe and there's some lingering pipe tobacco. Ooh, man. Okay, so yes, obviously you get the fire burning, you get the firewood, you get the expired fire. By that I mean like ashy material. But you also get those smoldering chunks, those embers. But moving away from that fireplace, you get this beautiful muskiness. Think of very old but very luxurious leather gloves. Those gloves at one time were perfumed. They were scented with musk. The pipe tobacco, maybe not the smoke of tobacco itself, but think about that big pipe. You dump out all of the tobacco and you smell the inside of that bowl, that pipe. Woo! Wind is blowing. Pipe tobacco, smoke tainted wood. Did you get all that? Really comfy, cozy candle to have on, especially if you're in a place where you can't actually light a fire. You don't have a fireplace. This will put you into that state of mind. It'll create that experience for you, or at least propel you in that direction. I got one more for you. You kind of get this quaint early 20th century photo of the horse-drawn carriage, sleigh bells ring, and guess what? This was a part of the same collection as the Dream by the Fire, the Winter Wonderland collection. So we talked about pine, we talked about wood. Season of Peace was a conglomeration of many different things. If you need something that was a little bit more fruity, you know, a lot of people are into the pretty bright fruity smells, myself included. Bright fruit like cranberry and raspberries and red cherries, Bing cherries, maraschino cherries, rhubarb. I think the direction that they're going here is the classic winterberry. Base note of some woodiness, not like sandalwood. This isn't like Home Depot. This is much more of an outdoorsy, fresh cut wood, citrus. We have something very close to bergamot in here. Really nice, beautiful, soft floral in the background of this one too. Getting that cypress again, that big, sharp note. It is time to go. But hang tight. Like I said, we do have plans tonight.
Merry Christmas.
My name is Rob Rollison. I'm proud to be the mayor of this city, especially tonight with all of you here. This is a wonderful evening in this great city, and we couldn't do it without all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's a wonderful privilege to be here. Is everybody ready to help me light this tree? Yeah! Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, sir, how are you? Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for coming tonight. Enjoy the movie.
That's right. That's right. I don't quite try.